the only disease in the world is poverty. In real life, most people work hard throughout their lives to provide a comfortable life for their children and families. However, in the end, their health deteriorates, and their money is gone. Most people dream of making big money, fantasizing about becoming millionaires or billionaires, but in reality, they are not willing to put in the effort. In the end, they become just one of the millions of poor people. There is no shortage of poor people in this world, and there are also many rich people. Kazuo Inamori is a model of going from poverty to wealth. He came from a humble background, suffered from tuberculosis at the age of 12, and faced continuous failures in the early stages of his education. After managing to enter a local university, he struggled to find a job after graduating. The former Kazuo Inamori was also one of the millions of poor people. It was this ordinary person who later became renowned worldwide as a business saint, achieving the status of being the head of 3 Fortune Global 500 companies with a net worth of billions. Kazuo Inamori's success proves that even poor people can successfully reverse their fortunes. Upon careful examination, one will discover that he emphasized multiple times that gains and losses go hand in hand. Often, before fortune arrives, you must first lose 5 things. Those who do not know this will lament that they learned it too late. Kazuo Inamori said that a person can have a temper, but don't let your temper exceed your ability. Getting angry is instinct, controlling your temper is a skill. It's essential to keep a clear and calm mind when dealing with things. It doesn't mean you have to yield in everything, but those who can't control their emotions often can't solve problems effectively and deepen conflicts, making the situation worse. Throughout history, successful people, whether in the East or West, rarely show their emotions. Getting angry should not be visible, otherwise, the things and people that make you angry will become the most harmful. People with a bad temper often lose control over themselves. Someone who can't control their temper is unlikely to achieve great success. Getting angry and losing your temper won't solve any problems, it will only make things worse. Everyone gets angry for a reason, perhaps because they are in a bad mood, maybe because a subordinate caused trouble, or maybe there was an argument with a spouse or trouble with children. But there's one tried and true method: when something happens, let the bullets fly for a while. When you feel your temper rising, what you should do is stop. Don't handle the situation while you're emotional, instead, calm down first and then deal with it. This is crucial. In fact, getting angry is not a bad thing. The bad thing is handling things while you're angry. The results will deviate from what they should have been. Kazuo Inamori himself went through this process. He looks quite gentle, but when something happens, he used to get angry easily and handle things in the heat of the moment. Later, he found that the best results came when he calmed down first and then dealt with the situation. So, he gradually developed the habit of staying calm and walking away when something happened, and then coming back to see what had happened and how to handle it when he was emotionally stable. Sometimes, you'll find that there was actually nothing wrong, it was just your temper that was the issue. This kind of anger is really baseless. Remember one thing: before your temper flares up, stay calm and then deal with the situation. Sometimes, patience is not a sign of weakness or softness, it's about accumulating strength to seize the opportunity and rise to the occasion when it matters most. Kazuo Inamori, born in poverty and having experienced hardships from a young age, used to complain about why he always had bad luck, why he lacked favorable conditions, and why misfortune seemed to befall him. Inamori eventually realized that complaining not only doesn't solve problems but also makes the situation worse and affects one's mood. As the saying goes, what the mind conceives, the body achieves. A truly strong person focuses their time on self-improvement rather than complaining about life. It was Inamori's positive attitude toward life that enabled him to overcome adversity and achieve success. There's a story about a married couple. The husband was an alcoholic, and the wife was a gambler. They had 2 sons. The elder son had a very successful career. The younger son, on the other hand, ended up in prison due to breaking the law. When asked about their outcomes, the successful son attributed his success to his parents, saying that he had to work hard because of them. In contrast, the son in prison blamed his parents for his situation, saying that he was influenced by them. In the face of failure, many people find various excuses, complain about the unfairness of fate, believe they have bad luck, and think they are not destined for greatness, which can lead to a downward spiral. Our minds are like magnets, attracting both good and bad things from our surroundings. If you constantly complain, everything you encounter will appear negative. Problems are only problems until they are solved. Instead of complaining, it's better to actively seek solutions and achieve a turnaround in life. Kazuo Inamori says that if you've been trying hard for a long time without success, it's possible that you're being constrained by your environment. You might consider distancing yourself from everything you're familiar with, your circle of friends, your fixed ideas, and so on. Most people find it difficult to break out of their comfort zones when they've been in an environment for a long time. They become overly reliant on everything around them, and when these things disappear, they realize their inadequacies. It's challenging to truly integrate into a new environment unless you step out of your current circle. Success is not a solitary endeavor, but successful individuals must free themselves from dependence and be independent. They need to have the capability and strength to handle everything on their own rather than relying on others. When we constantly seek dependence on others, we often forget ourselves and our life, which ultimately belongs to us. Depending on others might provide some benefits, making it easy to fall into the trap of letting others make decisions for us, thus avoiding responsibility. Relying on others can reduce some of the risks and challenges in life, which is why when we face difficulties, we tend to want to escape by depending on someone else. The most effective way to overcome difficulties and escape suffering is to confront and deal with the challenges and pain in life directly. Instead of avoiding these problems through dependency on others, it's better to face them head-on. When you dare to confront these issues on your own and find ways to solve them, you take the first step in your own life. There's a story where some people were asked what they were doing. The same thing looked like a different world to different people. Some saw it as hard work, while others viewed it as a sacred mission. This is also what Kazuo Inamori's philosophy of the heart teaches. Changing your thoughts and perceptions is crucial to breaking free from the current situation, avoiding emotional troubles, and using faith and resilience to change your circumstances and achieve success. This principle applies not only to your mindset but also to financial investments. It's been said that money earned by luck can be lost by lack of skill. You can't make more money than what your perception allows. Ignorance is dangerous, but even more so when someone is ignorant of their own ignorance. That's why you'll sometimes find that the more ignorant a person is, the more blindly confident they become. To rapidly improve your awareness and mindset, it's essential to surround yourself with capable individuals and learn quickly from them. This method is also frequently used by Elon Musk, the world's richest person. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out our video on this topic. Life, as well as work, is often filled with pain and troubles. Things can't always go smoothly. Not too long ago, a friend of mine called and talked about wanting to quit his job again. He was emotional, recounting the consequences of his past lack of effort. But I felt completely unmoved and even considered ending the call. It wasn't the first time he had come to me to vent. Every time he felt mistreated at work, he would call me, describing how tough things were and how much he regretted not working harder in the past. Initially, I patiently comforted him and spent a long time with him to devise a plan for rapid growth. Every time, he passionately pledged to change himself. However, the very next day, it was like he had forgotten everything, discarding the plan. Regrets are always more abundant than actual actions. Regret serves no purpose. Regardless of what happened in the past, change can occur at any time. What do you do if you've gained weight? You immediately eat less and exercise more, instead of regretting and lying in bed browsing your phone. What if you didn't perform well in an exam? You immediately identify your weaknesses and study harder, rather than regretting and complaining to others, spreading negativity. What if your job isn't going well? You immediately improve your skills and learn from your seniors to accelerate your growth, instead of regretting not trying harder in the past without taking any practical action. Let the past remain in the past. Your regrets and what-ifs are just fantasies. You can't go back in time to change your past decisions. You're only wasting the time you have now to make a difference. Don't let your past troubles continue to haunt you. Focus on new things and look forward. Move your new ideas into new actions, this is crucial. As Kazuo Inamori says, after thorough reflection, you should embrace new goals with hope and take action with a cheerful heart. Start working hard because life is a one-way journey, and you should strive forward without being emotionally troubled. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.